Yo, what's going on Instagram Live? This is the one and only your boy, Honcho J23, coming to you live with another edition of Independent Scene Podcast, episode 195. Real quick, we got a really dope guest in the building today. She's famous on TikTok. She goes by the name of ShellyBellyComedy. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen her. She is hilarious. I definitely can't wait to chop it up with her. Like I said, I've been following her for a little minute, so I definitely can't wait to learn a little bit about her and what got her started. But like I said, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you please help me welcome my guest today, right here in the Independent Scene Podcast. Phenomenal, truly amazing. And like I said, we're gonna laugh a little bit. We're gonna get to know her and what got her started. Her career, things of that nature. There she goes. How are you?
Hello.
How are you? Good to see you.
It's good to see you. Thank you for having me.
Most definitely. First of all, let me just say, I enjoy you. I have literally, out of all the TikToks I've ever seen, you have been the most funniest one to me. So I gotta say, I'm truly hooked to your TikToks. I absolutely love it.
Oh, thank you so much. That means so much to hear that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So first of all, real quick, I want to welcome you to the show, and real quick, I want you to introduce yourself to the people, to the viewers, and all that, and then we're gonna jump right into it.
Sure. So, my name is actually Michelle Ryder.
Okay.
But I go by ShellyBelly.
Okay.
And I got that name because my dad always called me ShellyBelly. And unfortunately, he passed a few years back. So when I started my comedy career, I wanted to carry on my dad's influence on comedy with my name. Okay. So that's how I come up with the name ShellyBelly.
Okay.
And I'm a stand-up comedian. And I'm doing a lot of different shows in the upstate area. I'm fixing to head to Alabama, my first out-of-state show.
Okay.
And so I'm just, that's a little bit about me. I start off on TikTok, and one day somebody said, "You want to do stand-up comedy?" And I'm like, okay. So I did, and I've been doing it ever since.
Okay. Well, like I said, I definitely, it is such an honor and pleasure to have you. Like I said, I've been following you for a little minute now, and every time I see you, I just die because I'm just like, oh my gosh, this lady is so funny. So I would just go ahead and we're just gonna go ahead and get this thing started. So I gotta ask you, what's it like, to be a comedian and making people laugh, and with everything that's going on around the world?
Well, the first thing that I want to say is comedy is one of the best medicines in the world for anybody.
Right.
I'm not a real religious person, but I believe that, everybody always says, "How long have you been a comedian?" I've been a comedian all my life, making people laugh. And when I started on TikTok, I was just goofing off it's kind of like a challenge to my son, because he's got this smart mouth, and says, "Look, Mom, you ain't got no followers." And I was like, "I'll show you." And when I started doing it and seeing how it really changed, during the pandemic, people were just like, "I need this more than anything," or "I've lost a loved one due to COVID," or, whatever the situation was. I've gotten millions of responses, I look forward to your comedy every day. And that's why I enjoy doing it. It's not for the money, that's for damn sure.
Right.
It's because I enjoy it, and because it's the best thing in the world to make somebody smile. And what I truly, truly love the most about comedy is it's for everybody.
Right.
Everybody.
Right. And I appreciate you for speaking on that, because like I said, again, it's so many people on TikTok, and very rarely do you find that one person that really makes you laugh. And I'm gonna tell you for me, what did it for me that got me so hooked on to you is when I would come across your TikToks and you would use the name Donna. Oh my God. I literally have.
Donna. God.
Like, I have literally sat in my room at times, and I have literally, you've had me in tears, basically. And I'm just like, oh my God. So let's, I want to talk a little bit about that. So, you know, with the people that, you know, you mentioned in your characters, you know, the characters that you mentioned in your TikToks, what got you to doing that?
Because I have those neighbors.
Okay.
Well, you know, you as a comedian, you really have to think of what's relevant, what's relatable. And some of the best comic greats in the world, and irregardless of Bill Cosby's background, he was an absolutely wonderful comic that could tell a story, not say a cuss word, and he was a comedic genius. Kevin Hart, comedic genius. Even though he has some people write his comedy, he delivers it well. Cat Williams, great comedian. I absolutely, you know, love people that can tell a story, make it relevant, make it relatable, and everybody in their life knows Adana.
Right, and do.
Everybody in their life knows that hooker candy.
Right.
You know, everybody knows a hot ass Fernando. You know,
right? and it's crazy. It is crazy because again, like I said, there have been, you know, TikToks that I've come across with you, and it's like, yo, she's really hilarious. Like, she is delivering on all cylinders. So anytime that you get a chance to, you know, speak on it, it's just like, oh my gosh. So let me ask you this. So, you know, how many years have you been doing comedy?
If I told you, you wouldn't believe me.
Oh, wow.
Let me see here. This month will be 1 year.
Wow.
1 year.
Okay.
1 year. And I have experienced, you know, when I first started in comedy, I went to the Comedy Zone in Greenville. And I told my husband that I wanted to try an open mic night. And my husband looked at me and he goes, "You're not funny." And I said, "What?"
Right.
And he goes, "Like, you don't know how to tell a joke."
Right.
But I am a great storyteller.
That you are.
And so I went to thank you. And I went to the Comedy Zone and I did my first open mic night. Well, of course, there were whispers, you know, "Oh, that's Shelly from TikTok. That's Shelly from TikTok," you know. So a lot of the comedians did not respect me when I went in.
Right.
So I really, that night, I really had to earn my place in the comedy world. Right. I had 5 minutes to get up there and show my comedy. Okay. And whenever the host of the show, which at the time was Brandon Rainwater, who is now touring with Ginger Billy. Okay. He came up to me after the show and he gave me a fist bump and he said, "Great job." Okay. And then as we were leaving that night, my husband looked at me and he said, "Who in the hell was that woman up on that stage?" Right. He said, "I've never seen that part of you." Right. And I said, "It's always been here." Right. I just had to let it out. And I kept doing it. I kept writing comedy. All of my comedy is original. I kept writing my comedy. I kept, you know, going to open mics, trying out new stuff. I started getting invited to shows. I started earning the respect of the other comedians. And I want to give a shout out to Brandon Rainwater, to Jazz Gill, to so many great comedians that I work with that have, you know, never once looked at my color, my skin color, never once looked at my Southern slang. They respected me as a comedian, and they respected me to come in and bust my butt and work hard and never miss an open mic. And now I do shows with them all the time. Wow, that is amazing. Yeah. So I gotta now I gotta ask this question because I know the response from all of the support
from everyone all over the world have been truly amazing for you. But again, being that comedian and receiving all of that, I know that must make you feel really, really good to know that you're able to, like you said, put a smile on somebody's face.
It does. Sometimes it's like it's not real. It's like, I can't go to the Dollar General or Walmart or without somebody recognizing me. And it's like, that is so,
Right.
I've even had my mask on and people go, is your name Shelly? And I'm like, yes. And it's just not real because, I'm such a humble person and I love every person.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really strange for me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's complimentary, but it's really strange. But at the same time, I'm such a humble person. I don't know how to take it. I don't know how to feel about it sometimes.
Right.
That I'm just doing what I love to do.
Right. Right. Exactly. So, so let me ask you this. So in that, did you ever feel like there was a point in your life where you said, this was something that you was born and born to do and predestined to do? Can you hear
I
me?
don't know I don't know if it's your phone or my phone breaking up.
Okay, hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so what I was saying was, has there ever been a time where you said to yourself, like, I know that this is something that I want to do to really help other people out there in the world?
Well, I've spent the majority of my life helping other people. I was in the staffing industry 19 years, and I had a lot of people that had been incarcerated that were coming out looking for a job that other companies wouldn't help them because they had a criminal record or because, whatever the case was.
Mm-hmm.
And I never looked at that. I never looked at somebody having a past criminal record. I was the one that was there to say, give this guy a chance. Just give
Mm-hmm.
him a chance. Give this lady a chance. And help them find jobs. And I've seen people that came straight out of prison or have been homeless and got them a job and seen them turn their complete lives around.
Wow.
And so I've worked in nursing homes. So I know that God put me here to help people. And I've done that while I have 4 children. So
Okay.
I was the mom and the wife and all that. And
Mm-hmm.
now
Right.
my kids are grown and they've moved out. And this is my opportunity now to really love life. I mean, I loved life before, but to do something for me.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband is my biggest fan, my biggest supporter,
Oh.
and he never misses a show. He's
Okay.
always with me. He manages all of my scheduling, all of that.
Okay.
But it is almost like destiny the way that all this happened because
Mm-hmm.
I used to play bingo all the time. And
Mm-hmm.
my husband was like, the only time I ever see you is whenever you come home from bingo. So when I got on, yeah, and I'm like, well, that's what I do. And then
Right.
I got on TikTok and I started seeing people. But what the thing of it is I needed TikTok as much as TikTok needed me.
Right.
I needed to know that I could make people smile. I'm a Leo, right? So I love to be the center
Okay.
of attention. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look
Okay. I
at me,
do.
look at me. So yeah, that's me. I'm like, look at me. I have got to be the
Right.
center of attention. And so when I hear people say that they love my comedy, and I hear people say, things like, it makes my day. I come home every day just to turn on your videos. And I actually made an announcement tonight on TikTok that I was going to go away from TikTok for a while.
Okay.
There's a lot of things going on TikTok. A lot of the social media influencers and creators are getting, their videos are being taken down. Their videos are
Mm-hmm.
being reported continuously. My videos are being taken down for adult content and nudity. Me. So,
Wow.
yeah. So I was like, maybe I need to step away from TikTok for a while. But now that I'm sitting here having this conversation with you, maybe that's not a good idea.
Yes, because listen, I'm gonna be the first to tell you, I don't know what I would do if there is no Shelly on TikTok. I would lose my mind, like literally. So I definitely need for you to stick around for as long as you possibly can, because I'll tell you, there's not a day that goes by, because, like you said, it's a lot going on right now in the world. And, when you have someone like yourself who is able to, really gain that type of attention from people, and not only that, make people laugh, it really helps people have a better day,
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes it's hard to do that in this day and time. There's a lot of anger in the world today. There's a lot of resentment in the world today. There's a lot of politics in the world today, a lot of judgment in the world today. And sometimes as a comedian, you use people as your prop. And sometimes people don't like that, and they get offended. People are easily butthurt these days,
They are.
And as soon as somebody has an opportunity to take a jab on TikTok, they're going to take that jab.
Right.
And which is unfortunate, because you want to be a good comedian, you want to be funny, but at the same time, it's like, is it worth? Is TikTok worth it?
Right.
So I was like, I'm going to Instagram where they don't take your videos down. They don't, none of that. I'm going to go to Facebook, and I'm going to leave TikTok alone. But, I know that life wouldn't be the same without TikTok, And I've had a lot of great opportunities come my way from TikTok, which I can't discuss because I'm under contract, but everybody will know soon.
Most definitely. Okay, so let me ask you this. So, Ruka, I want to switch gears for a second, because I want you to talk to us a little bit about your growing up. What was growing up like for you, and being who you are, but also realizing what it was that you wanted to do, and like what was that like? What was that process like for you?
So, I was raised up very, very, very poor, very poor. I was working at the age of 5 years old.
Okay.
And yeah, I was picking apples in an apple orchard for a living. We lived in a teeny tiny camper that you opened up the door and it hit the back, the back bedroom. And we had no money for food, so we would steal apples. And my mother, thank God, she was a wonderful cook. She was a good old Southern cook, and could cook anything. And so I was raised up very poor, and I found humor in everything, because sometimes that's what keeps you going, is to find the best in everything, because that's how you survive sometimes. Take, for instance, if you lose a loved one, even though it hurts, you try to find the positive in that situation, and that's your survival mode. And so growing up, I had parents that, I always tell this story to people. My dad, God bless him, and God rest his soul, he was hilarious. My dad was a truck driver later on. And my dad stuttered horribly. And he would come home and he would tell a joke, little Johnny jokes. You ever heard the little Johnny jokes?
I have.
Yeah. And he would tell a story, and nobody would know what in the hell he was saying. And so the only time you knew the joke was over is when he would laugh, Yeah, and you were like, oh, okay, the joke's over, because I didn't understand the dang punchline. And, my dad was always funny, and, as I got older, we weren't in poverty as much. And so I remember the first, my dad took me to go see Jerry Clowers. Have you ever heard of him?
I have heard of him.
Okay. He took me, and, well, actually me and my brother, I think yeah, it was before my younger brother was born. So it was me, my older brother, and my mom to go see Jerry Clowers. And I saw him on stage, and I didn't understand the concept of what was going on, that he was a comedian. But I remember him saying something and the crowd responding in such a laugh. I mean, it was ear numbing. And I thought, I want to do that. I want to do that. And I've always loved to say crazy stuff and to see people's reaction. And so, and I hate that I cannot think of his name. What's the guy that plays in the movies, Medea? So I guess you could. I guess you could say I'm a white Medea.
I can see that. I can see that.
And I've always loved. Yeah. You what?
No, so I said, that's one of those characters. Medea is, one of those characters that you're gonna always, find humor and laughter in. So when again, like I said, when there's people like you that are out there on TikTok, on this, social media, and promoting your stuff and putting yourself out there, it is hilarious. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
But the thing of it is, and even with, but back to what I was saying, so as I got older and I've done all of the public relations and I've helped other people, and I got on TikTok, and I started making people laugh, and I'm where I'm meant to be. I'm meant to be on a stage. I'm meant to make people laugh. And this past weekend, I don't know if you've ever heard of Kevin Lee.
That name sounds familiar too.
He is a huge comedian. He was on Def Comedy Jam. He's in Vegas with Wanda Sykes. He's a big comedian. And I actually got to do a showcase with him at the Carolina Comedy Club in Myrtle Beach this weekend. Okay. And he came up to me and he says, "Shelly, can I have my picture with you?" Okay. And I said, "What?" He said, "Can I have my picture with you?" And I'm like, it's supposed to be me asking for my picture with you. Right. And he said, "No, you're going places. Right. You're going places. And I want to have my picture with you before I'll never be able to do it again." Right. So I was like, oh my God, right. That's crazy. It is. So to think that I'm on stage with people like him and comedians like Lee Hardin, and I would love to be on stage with Ginger Billy if he'll just give me a shot. That's all I'm looking for. Just one damn shot, 5 minutes, and he won't give it to me, dang it. Just 5 damn minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Him and had sex that lasts less than that. 5 minutes. Damn it.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Oh my gosh. So let me ask you this, because you have certain people out here who are certain comedians out here that have these super wonderful impersonations. And again, I must ask, with your impersonations, where does these impersonations come from? Wow. That's
when I do a video, this is the God's honest truth. God knows I'm telling the truth. I walk out on my front porch. Now, I do have these neighbors, but not necessarily all the time outside. Okay. I walk outside, I sit on my front porch, and I hit record. And what you see is what you get. Right. It just comes out. Right. I don't know how or why, but it just happens. It's magic to me. At least to me, it's I remember there was one particular video that you had did on TikTok, and you were speaking on I think it was the TikTok leggings. And I think I showed that to my family at least 4 or 5 times. And when I tell you, me and my entire family was rolling the entire. I'm just like, yo, this lady is truly funny. Like,
I have to talk to her. Like, I have to get in contact with her because she is absolutely hilarious. So, you know, just sitting here, being able to get to know you and your career, it is just, I'm on top of the moon right now. I'm just like, wow.
Oh my God, you need to quit.
I'm so
You made me all bloodshy and stuff. Quit. Oh, get on. I already get hot flashes from menopause. Quit. Oh, get my flustered. God, my neck's gonna get all red. And
I'm telling you, listen.
I don't know how to say compliments well.
But listen, it's the truth because, like I said, you know, there is so much going on. You know, it's so, you know, with us dealing with the pandemic and, you know, if people are passing away and things of that nature, you know, it's, again, laughter is what's needed. It's like they say, it's like medicine, you know what I mean? And so, you know, I always encourage people, you know, especially if they're on TikTok, you know, because I have people, I've had people ask me all the time, you know, is there anybody that you would recommend that I can go and watch and really get a good laugh at? And the first person I tell them, Shelly, you need to go to Shelly's page and watch her TikTok. She's gonna make you laugh tremendously. I'm telling you. So I definitely support everything that you got going on, and I'm glad that you know you have the type of demeanor about yourself where it's not, like you said, it's not about color, it's not about gender, it's not about, you know, age and things like that, because like you said, you can make anybody laugh and, you know, their day, you know, gets better, you know what I mean? So it's because, again, it's because of people like you that really puts into perspective, you know, like, yeah, things may be going crazy right now, things may be a little rough, but you know, you turn on your phone, you go on your phone and you look at funny videos or you look at people on social media and, you know, it just brightens up the room, you know? So I definitely encourage you to continue to do more and more and more. And those, and like I said, those impersonations, I was telling one of my best friends, I said, listen, I live for Shelly's impersonations. Like, especially, and again, my favorite is Donna. I love to hear you talk about Donna. That just brings a tear to my eyes. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, if I could really see who Donna is, I know I would die, literally.
And in your mind, what do you think Donna looks like in your mind? Have you drawn a picture?
I have to some extent. I have drawn her, and when I hear you talk about it, the way you describe her and the way you talk about her is exactly the way I see her in my head. So I'm like, that's another reason why I laugh so much. I'm just like, OMG. So,
and you know, the great thing about comedy is this. The great thing about comedy is you can use your imagination.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so many people ask me, is Donna real? Is all these people real? And, you know, if I brought these people into frame, it would lose its luster.
Right.
Because we, just like, you know, we live, just like when we were children,
Mm-hmm.
that is something no one can take from us, is our imagination.
Right.
That is our own personal thing.
Right.
So my videos allow you to use your imagination, to explore your mind, to be a part of that character, to be a part of sitting on my front porch with me, and in your mind, you're seeing what I'm seeing.
Right. It is funny because, and there happened to be another video. I think it was still with Donna, and you said something. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was that you said. You said something about, I'd rather sit here with something about leg cramps or something like that.
Yeah. I'd rather have period cramps than go anywhere with you. Yeah.
Yeah. So that right there literally caught me off guard because here's the thing for me. When you hear certain comics or comedians who, like you said, are able to use their imagination and they say things that you may not be expecting them to say out of left field, sometimes you have to go back and be like, wait, did she just say that? Or did he just say that? Like, what? So I'm telling you, I absolutely live for it because, you know, again, you know, because me personally, you know, with everything that I'm doing, you know, I'm always looking for, you know, for laughter and, you know, looking for somebody to cheer me up. And, you know, you're one of those number ones that I'm just like, yo, I can go on your TikTok at any time and just laugh and have a good time. So let me ask you this. So now with traveling around the world, how has that been for you? You know, being able to go here and there and, you know, do your comedy at different places. How's that for you?
I'm tired as hell. I'm tired as hell. I'm just saying, I'm tired. No, I work a full-time job during the day.
Okay.
And I'm an accountant during the day, and I really mean I'm an accountant, not like, you know, people go, I'm an accountant. You know, I really do it. And so I work an 8-hour shift, and I come home, I do TikToks, try to answer as many questions as I can, I'm trying to learn Instagram, Facebook. Let's not go there. There's Drama Avenue. But I have a lot of comedian friends on my Facebook. Like this weekend, well, actually, like Wednesday, I'm gonna have to get off work. We're driving 5.5 hours to Alabama.
Okay.
Thursday, I'll be at the Stardome in Birmingham, Alabama, to do 7 minutes on stage with no pay. So I can perform in front of Bruce Ayers, who's the owner of the biggest, best comedy club in the world. Right. And so it's a lot of work to get your name out there, because 600,000 followers may seem like a lot, but in the real world, that's nothing. That's a drop in the bucket, you know? Right. So right now, I'm having to get in front of people to get my popularity outside of TikTok. Okay. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of who you know, and I know nobody. So I'm trying to mingle and rub elbows and get to know people. Because, you know, time's ticking. I'm 52. I ain't got much time. You know what I'm saying? I got to hurry this up. Let's go. Let's hurry it up. Time's ticking. I'm only going to be cute for so long, you know?
Right. You know what? And again, this is why I love doing what I do, because it gives so many people a chance to really get to hear others and where they come from and what they do. And one of the reasons why I do these podcasts is because I have people who've come to me all the time, and they'll be surprised when they see or they know that I know certain people, and it's like, yo, like how you know this person, or whatever the case may be. And when you get to hear the backstory and get to hear, you know, where they come from, how they came up, you know, what led them to doing what they're doing, it really opens up their minds. So it's like, wow, so I guess I'm not the only one, you know, that's going through this or going through that. So, you know, I instantly, again, like I said, going back to the very beginning, when I first came across your TikTok, I said, listen, I told myself and I told my family, I was like, look, this lady here, I have to get in touch with her, like, right now, like now, because
I'm so glad you did. Yes. I'm so glad you did.
Yes. Now, I got to get you to North Carolina, too, because I would love to have you in North Carolina.
Oh, my gosh. If you know anybody in North Carolina in Greensboro, anywhere like that, you can get me into a comedy club. Hook a girl up. You know what I'm saying? Hook a girl up.
Yes, sir.
And see, they're always saying, hey, come here. You need to come to this comedy club. But people don't understand. It's a process.
It is.
It's you know, I'm not fortunate enough to be like, you ever heard of Trailer Trash Tammy? She's not a comedian, and she's got millions of followers, and they jerked her up, and she's on tour hitting the big comedy clubs. Southern Mama. I'm not as fortunate as him to have went viral overnight, and somebody go, hey, I wanna steal you away. I'm having to beg for gigs. You know, I'm having to just let me perform in front of you. Give me a shot. Right. And I drove all the way to Myrtle Beach, and I did a showcase for no money. Got 7 minutes on stage. Yeah. So people think that I can just walk into a club and go, here I am. You don't
Right.
know me? Hell, I'm Shelly. I'm going on stage.
Right.
No.
Wow. Wow.
It's unfortunate that it doesn't work that way. I wish it did because I'd be like,
hey, I'm
there,
coming.
you know? I'm there.
Yeah. I really, I tell people all the time, it's crazy because when you think about everything that's currently going on and you are able to, like you said, like I've been saying, be able to find that one person that truly can help change your life. It really makes a difference because, we all are going through, so many different things, like I say, we're dealing with, death and, loss of loved ones, things of that nature. So, it's good to have people like you, in a sense, in my opinion, who has no filter. Okay, it's like
I have none.
It's like you have no filter, and I love that about you because you have some people that that want to censor themselves and feel like they have to say certain things in order for certain businesses or companies to accept them. But with you, on the other hand, it's a whole different ball game, and I'm just like,
I don't give a damn.
Right.
That part. Either you like me or you don't. And I'm going to put this out there to all the comedians that I've reached out to say give me a chance. To all the comedy clubs I've reached out to say to give me a chance, and you wouldn't. You're going to regret it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me. Don't ask me later. Don't come ask me because I'm going to tell you, you had your chance. Tough cookie. Tough cookie. You didn't want me then, honey. You don't want me now, okay? And if you do, it's going to cost you triple.
That right. So listen, let me ask you this. So, with everything that you do, does Shelly ever get enough sleep?
Well, you know what? I come home from work today, and my husband, he said, do you want me to go to the store and get some aluminum foil to make this corn on the cob? Mm-hmm. And I was going to make corn on the cob on the grill, and I got some leftover coleslaw. Honey, I make the best coleslaw you ever put in your mouth. I can promise you that.
Okay.
And I said, hell no. I said, I'm tired.
Right.
I'm tired. I want to go to bed. I'm tired. I'm tired. And he's like, we both just wore out, ain't we? I said, yes. And so I said, I got a podcast to do with this gentleman that reached out to me. So I'm going to do that. And I said, as soon as I'm done, I said, I might have me a Tortino's pizza and just go to bed.
Hey, listen, and that's good. And again, that's why I said in the beginning, I'm very humble that you were acceptive of it because, like I said, there's so many people that I've reached out on TikTok, and I'm still in the process of, we're still in the process of getting some things worked out because I'm gonna begin more TikTokers on here, but you were one of the first ones I had to reach out to because I said again, I told myself and plenty others. I said, listen, if I don't get Shelly now, like you just said, it's gonna be a lot to get her. So I'm gonna get her, and I'm gonna I'm gonna nail this thing. So again, to have you on my platform, and I'm pretty sure people in the comments are laughing already because they already have seen your TikToks. So my last thing. Go ahead.
I need you as much as you need me. And I appreciate you taking the time to want to talk to me.
Right.
A lot of people need to change how they look at things and not look at it as they need me. No, without the people, you're nothing.
Right.
Absolutely nothing.
Right.
And so I don't have followers. I don't have fans. I have friends.
Right.
So you're my friend now.
Yes, indeed. So the last thing I want to ask you is, moving forward, what can we, your friends, be expecting more from Shelly? What can we be expecting?
So I've got something huge that's coming up.
Okay.
I don't know when, but it will be this year, I think.
Okay.
But when I drop it, everybody's going to know it. And everybody's going to go, Are you freaking kidding me?
Okay.
So it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
So what I would like for everybody to see is to see me grow as a comedian, and to see me get more bookings.
Okay.
I'm gonna be in Las Vegas.
Okay.
At the social media, the WOX
Okay.
social media convention.
Okay.
I'm going to be a special guest at that. And I've got, like I said, I've got 2 shows coming up this weekend in Alabama.
Okay.
And I've got another show. I've got one in Birmingham at the Stardome, one at the Happy Hour Comedy Club in Alabama. And Anniston, I think it is. Sometimes I forget where I'm going. 52. It's not hard to forget anything at all.
Right.
And so what I hope everybody to see is just my growth, and that hard work pays off.
It does.
And that don't make excuses for what you can't do. Just do.
Just do it. Right.
Just do it, because there's only one person holding you back from living your dream, and that's yourself.
Right. I agree.
And I want to not only be a comedian to make people laugh, but I want to be positivity in people's lives and let them know that you can make all the excuses in the world about not being successful, but you're the only one making that excuse for yourself. Right. If I sit here, I am 52 years old, and comedy is a man's world. And it is very hard. I mean, I literally had a club owner tell me the other night where I'm going to in Anniston, Alabama. He said, I don't like female comics. I don't think they're funny. He said that to me.
Wow.
And I said, well, I'm going to change your mind. Give me a chance.
Right.
And he said, okay, I will. And I'm going to change his mind. So it's very hard being not only a woman, but an older woman just now breaking into the comedy world, getting accepted. But that's what I love more than anything. And I want to say this for 1 second is there's it means a lot to me, the diversity that I have with my followers. Age, race, religion, sexuality, everybody.
Right.
And that means the world to me, because a lot of comedy shows you go to, it's either an urban comedy, scene, or it's either, and we're speaking facts here, okay?
Right.
You know this and I know this.
I do.
And then you have the white comedy scene, but I have actually been on Atlanta Underground Comics before. And and it means the world to me that I can walk into an urban club and be just as accepted as I am anywhere else. Right. I can walk into a gay club and be accepted. And I think that's what this world needs, is to know is that we're just people. We're just people having a good time, laughing, enjoying each other's company. And that means more to me than any comedy I can put out, than any success I can ever have, is to know that it wasn't just a few people that like me. Everybody did.
And we do, and we truly love you. And like I said, I don't even think we all would be on social media if it wasn't for Shelly. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, guys, I definitely, and again to you, a huge congratulations to you on everything that you're doing. Much success to you. Again, I'm truly honored to have been able to sit down with you and talk with you and get to know you and finally gain a friend in you. And again, I'm going to be bringing you back real soon, so you guys stay tuned for that. But with that being said, I want you to let people know where they can follow and tap in with you at.
Absolutely. So if you want to see where I'm going to be performing, I do things the simple way. I work smarter, not harder. Just go to my website, ShellyBellyComedy.com. If you want to buy merchandise, buy tickets to my shows. It also has my email, so you can reach out to me directly. And I do answer all of my emails. And all of my social media platforms are ShellyBellyComedy. So if you ever just want to reach out and you need somebody to talk to, reach out to me. I'll respond.
Most definitely, most definitely. And real quick, because I know the fans are gonna ask for it, and they've been asking me ever since they knew I was getting you on the show.
I know what you're gonna ask.
They've been asking me. We need Donna. We need some Donna right about now. Before we close this thing out, can you give us a skit with Donna in it? I'm gonna let you let it rip.
Hold on a minute.
All right.
Just for you. Hold on.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let me go see if she's outside, okay? Hold on.
Okay.
Just so happens she is.
Okay.
Donna! Hey, girl, come here a minute. I'm on a podcast. Come here. She's wearing a damn halter top. It looks like damn sliced sausage coming out from the middle of it. Come here a minute. Girl, I'm gonna tell you what. Girl, it looks like them things need to be milked. Them things are hanging low today. You need some duct tape. I got some Gorilla Glue. You need something to hold them things back with, girl. You need to get back home and put a bra on. She got an A cup and a B cup. They can't make up their mind which side they want to hang on. You need to go back home, honey. Those are called booty shorts, not flat ass shorts. Go on back home. Don't nobody want to see it. There's children out here, for the love of God. She's going back in.
I absolutely love it. Well, guys, I have truly enjoyed this. I hope you guys have enjoyed this as much as I have. This has been my time. I am your host, Honcho J23, live from Independent Scene Podcast with my very special guest, ShellyComedy. We thank you so much for joining us. We thank you so much for tapping in with us. And again, like I said, keep doing what you're doing. I'm definitely going to keep supporting. I'm definitely going to keep watching. And like I said, guys, I'm going to be bringing her back, so don't worry. And I said, there's some more things I want to kind of talk to her about, but we're going to get her back. And
you better all be mad at you.
I would definitely get you back on here. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. I thank you so much. I love you guys so much. And I will see you guys next time on another edition of Independent Scene Podcast. This is episode 195 with my guest, Shelly Belly. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.